These instances of tourists trespassing into perilous animal enclosures are bound to be unsettling and linger in your thoughts. This next heart-stopping encounter shows a group of tourists watching closely as a deranged father drags his daughter with him into an elephant enclosure. Elephants possess immense strength and can inadvertently cause harm or fatalities with their size and weight if agitated or panicked. The tourists watch in fear as one of the elephants in the enclosure gets too agitated, deciding to do something shocking.
Oh.
The man notices the elephant charging from behind and immediately runs toward the fence, only to do this accidentally. After dropping his poor daughter, he quickly picks her up as the elephant approaches closer, almost stomping them to the ground. Everybody screams in fear, and the video ends, not giving a conclusion to the frightening encounter. A woman can be seen being recorded by her friend, feeding monkeys hot Cheetos after jumping into the enclosure with them. Feeding wild animals junk food can disrupt their natural diet, cause health issues, alter behaviors, and make them reliant on human handouts. This ignorant woman doesn't seem to care much, though. She and her friend can be heard laughing throughout the encounter. The monkeys in the video are very interested in what she has, which is dangerous as they could associate humans with food. It's perilous for wild animals to link humans with food, as it alters their behavior, making them reliant and potentially aggressive towards humans. After their fun, they swiftly left the enclosure, avoiding getting caught. A person records a man standing near a visitor's fence in a very open hippo enclosure when he does this out of nowhere.
Oh my god.
Hippos are among the most dangerous large animals in Africa, known for their aggression and unpredictability, causing numerous human fatalities each year. After managing to jump over the fence, he slowly creeps toward the hippos who are minding their own business, just to do something hazardous.
Oh my god.
Jumping into a hippo enclosure is unsafe due to its aggressive nature, powerful jaws, and potential to cause severe harm or fatalities. After doing the unthinkable, he immediately returns to the fence's safety as the hippos continue ignoring him. Thankfully, the giant herbivores ignored him, or things could have worsened. Tourists and locals watch in disbelief as a man climbs the fence of a giraffe enclosure to do something that could end his life.
Hey.
The man mounts the giraffe on its back, agitating the animal and eventually making it do something shocking. Giraffes are generally not considered dangerous to humans. They are peaceful and typically avoid confrontation, posing minimal threat to people. After falling, he stands back up and immediately starts climbing the fence again to show everyone he has yet to learn his lesson. Sure enough, the animal kicks him off its back again, and he hits a pole while falling, finally learning the hard way. He climbs back up the fence, but this time to go outside the enclosure. Tourists record an old woman jumping into a tiger enclosure to get her hat back, securing her place at Darwin's award ceremony. The tourists, disgusted with what the woman is doing, scream at her in fear and anger as she quickly climbs up the fence. Jumping into tiger enclosures is exceptionally unsafe, as tigers are apex predators, posing an immediate threat with their predatory instincts and powerful capabilities. She probably thinks she is safe from the tiger due to another fence separating them, but tourists are quick to point out the stupidity of her actions. The video then shows another tourist scolding her while she claps back, defending her idiocy. A woman can be seen being recorded by tourists after deciding to jump into a lion enclosure and come face to face with a lion. Avoid making sudden movements, maintaining eye contact, or turning your back to the animal to reduce potential aggression when facing a lion. The woman decides to break most of these rules by proceeding to dance while face to face with a predator that can rip her to shreds.
That's what my dad used to do.
The predator remains calm and keeps staring at the woman, waiting for an excellent opportunity to attack her as soon as she turns her back. Lions can sprint up to 50 miles an hour at impressive speeds, swiftly closing distances in brief sprints when pursuing prey. Unfortunately, the clip ends there, and what happens next in the encounter is unknown. A woman jumps into a lion enclosure at the famous Bronx Zoo, talking to the lion in the enclosure as if she is not in danger.
And throwing money in the air. Officials believe she has pulled a stunt like this before. Here's Amber Cagliano.
What is she thinking?
Lions can display aggression towards humans, particularly in territorial disputes or when feeling threatened, making caution essential around them. This encounter could go wrong at any moment, as we see the woman turning her back on the predator and causing a stir in general.
Into the lion enclosure at the Bronx Zoo. Yup, she's professing her love for the king.
These actions can easily trigger the predator to lunge and attack her at any moment, but luckily for her, it doesn't. She gets out of this encounter safely, but hopefully this will be the last. Tourists can be heard screaming and panicking as they watch a man try his best to fight a lion with his bare hands. After getting drunk and jumping into a lion enclosure, a man receives the terrifying realization of the mistake he made after the lion does this. As apex predators, lions pose a danger if threatened or their territory is encroached upon, displaying aggression to protect their domain. The drunk man tries playing it cool by shouting at the animal and making himself look big, but ultimately to no avail. The predator, ever so curious, continues taunting and lunging at the drunk tourist, scaring everyone watching the terrifying encounter. What happens next is unknown, as the clip ends without showing what happens to the man. This next encounter, caught by CCTV, shows a man riding a chairlift when suddenly he decides to do something shocking. Luckily, he falls into a net, saving him from the high fall and giving the chance for a good Samaritan to do this. He gets rescued safely, and he avoids being tiger food. This time. This next frightening but infuriating encounter shows a man smiling as he enters a lion enclosure while his friend records him outside. The man then begins to taunt the lion, while it responds by roaring and growling at the arrogant man. Lions can swiftly inflict severe harm on humans. The speed at which they can fatally injure varies, showcasing their powerful jaws. Despite this, the predator is afraid to move, probably due to several abuses by the people managing the enclosure. Although the man probably knows this already, he is still in dangerous territory, as nothing separates him from an apex predator. The animal refuses to fight back, and the man retreats outside with a smug smile. Screams of fear and panic can be heard coming from tourists watching a drunk man fighting his way out after falling into a lion enclosure. Lions can display aggression towards humans, particularly in perceived threats, protecting territory, or encountering humans near their cubs or their prey. The lions try to get closer to the drunk man, prompting him to throw rocks at the predators to drive them away. The whole encounter is both adrenaline-pumping and frightening, making the bystanders watch in fear and curious about what happens next. Moments later, a few bystanders call his attention, throwing a rope down for him to climb and save himself from impending doom. He successfully climbs out of the enclosure, making everybody watching sigh in relief. Tourists record tigers relaxing inside their enclosure when one of the predators suddenly focuses on something in the distance. The person recording the encounter notices this and immediately pans to what the tiger is staring at, revealing something extremely shocking. A man can be seen trying to climb down a visitor's fence, enticing the tiger and prompting it to do something terrifying. Tigers can swiftly pounce, leaping distances up to 10 meters or 33 feet to ambush their targets, showcasing their remarkable hunting prowess. After seeing how fast the tiger closes the distance between them, the man immediately regrets his decision and retreats. Thankfully, he decides to follow through, or things could have gone bad quickly.